BBN Jack Frost, what's up, party people? These dudes do not send out my notifications. It's crazy. Shout out to YouTube. Come on, man. Jack Frost, what's up, party people? That's how come I know they don't send out my notifications. I ain't getting them. Come on, man. Y'all gotta send out my notifications, YouTube. What we doing over here? All right, so how's everybody doing? I hope everybody had a wonderful day. A couple of things we want to talk about real quick. Tonight we're gonna be talking about Casanova's interview that he did on Ebro, and why he is probably one of my favorite, and I think one of the realest people in the music industry right now, as far as rappers go. Casanova is, as far as I'm concerned, he just kept it the realest. Oh shoot, that's the problem. All right, hold on. Thank you for telling me that. Let me fix that title. That's probably why ain't nobody here. Hold on. Gotta fix the title. All right, thank you. Appreciate it. The hell? Sometimes I forget to fix the title. Let's see if it works. Fixed. Appreciate you. Who put me on? Matt. Appreciate you, Matt. Could we hit the like button? It seems like more haters came in than people that actually liked the show in the beginning. So could we hit the like button? Fuck it. People don't like hitting the like button anyway. All right, so that's one of the things we're going to be talking about. We're also going to be talking more about the Mel Matrix letter. We're going to actually be going over the Mel Matrix letter. Just so y'all could be clear on that. We're going to be going over the Mel Matrix letter. So we're also going to be doing that tonight. We're going to speak about Casanova. And we're also going to be speaking about a couple of other things. But how's everybody doing? Let's get right into it. Basically, I just think I want to. Who's seen the Casanova Ebro interview? Show of hands. I'm just curious. What the fuck? Why is that over here like that? I think Casanova is one of the realest rappers out here. He just kept it a whole stack. He just said a lot of shit that a lot of these rappers, and I've been saying this, a lot of these rappers is on some bullshit because a lot of them is coming out. They're talking about, a lot of them come out. I'm not talking about what it, okay, you focus on what you want to focus on, D Hayes. A lot of these rappers is coming out and they talking about screw 6ix9ine now, 6ix9ine's a snitch, 6ix9ine this, 6ix9ine that, right? A lot of these rappers is doing that. And they wasn't doing that before. A lot of these rappers wasn't talking crazy about 6ix9ine until after he got locked up. Now, there's a lot of dudes that's out on the West Coast that was never jacking 6ix9ine. They've always been talking crazy about 6ix9ine. I am not talking about them. I'm pretty sure Casanova ain't talking about them neither. But there are a lot of people, a lot of rappers who now everybody want to have a make snitch memes and they want to be all over Instagram throwing up snitch this, snitch that. You feel me? I get it. You want to clown 6ix9ine. You want to you troll him because he was doing so much trolling. I get it. But Casanova brought up a good point. When 6ix9ine and Casanova was beefing, wasn't none of these dudes out here coming at, wasn't none of these dudes coming at 6ix9ine, wasn't none of these dudes coming to Casanova's defense. Not even Casanova's defense, but standing with him. Casanova said a couple of things that was so real. For everybody that don't know, there are allegations out there, and I'm going to talk about it because Casanova spoke about it on Ebro. I have heard about allegations out there where Casanova really wasn't getting no shows. They was stopping they was stopping bags. Somebody was stopping some of Casanova bags. This is real. They was also allegedly out there running around acting like they was trying to like find Cass. When Casanova rolled down on when that situation happened at the in Brooklyn at the freaking Barclays. That was a long time after Casanova had to deal with a lot of BS concerning 6ix9ine. Remember, they was beefing back and forth. Yeah, he said, "Where was you when I needed you?" Casanova, funny dude, yo. But Casanova kept it a whole stack. He said, "Joe, I don't even got no problems with dude." He said, "Joe, basically, he just called everybody fake." Casanova, without saying, "Yo, these dudes is fake." In my opinion, Casanova called every single which one of these dudes that's on IG talking crazy about 6ix9ine. He called all of them fake without saying, "Yo, y'all fake." He just said what it was. Yo, look, when I was beefing with the young dude, everybody was on his side or they was quiet. Wasn't nobody saying nothing. Now that the young dude is all jammed up, now everybody jumping out of the woodwork talking about him, calling him a rat, snake, fiend, all this other stuff. You feel me? What the hell's up with this tag on my shirt? Why is it sticking out like that? What the fuck, yo? Could we do one thing at a time, please? I hate when y'all do this. I'm just blocking that out, Geo, so we could talk about one thing at a time. Can we talk about one thing at a time? Yeah, he was. I'm gonna talk about that also, Geo. That's my point. Yo, yeah. So Casanova definitely. No, I'm not ripping the tag off my damn shirt. Why? Um, pardon me. Oh, one more thing. So, point I'm trying to make is I've been basically saying the last thing for quite some time too. I was like, yo, a lot of these dudes is trying to clout chase off of 6ix9ine. I'm not trying to defend 6ix9ine. I am not defending. You know, somebody, hold on. I want to show you something also, just so y'all can see how stupid people are. I am not defending 6ix9ine, but it's a fact that a lot of these dudes that's talking crazy about him right now, they wasn't talking about this young boy when he was out and he controlled them. I could have swore I blocked this dude. Somebody said I need my own firm. You guys is funny. I'm not that small. Um, Hold on. I want to show y'all something real quick. But when 6ix9ine was out, a lot of these dudes was trolling 6ix9ine. A lot of these dudes was talking crazy to 6ix9ine. A lot of these dudes, they wasn't scared of him like um something was gonna physically happen to them. But they didn't want no smoke with him on the internet. Period. 6ix9ine to tell somebody to go. He made a great point. He was like, "Yo," he went on his IG. He said 6ix9ine went on his IG. First, Ebro said, "Yo, 6ix9ine went on his IG and told everybody to drop L's under my jump off." He was like, "Yo, I had hundreds of them shits." They didn't want smoke with this young boy because he has such a following on the internet, and that can hurt people. You feel me? I think I kicked the guy. I can't show y'all anyway. Um, so when I saw Casanova go on that show, he was like, "Yo, I don't got no problems with dude. I don't want no smoke with dude. I don't got no issue with dude." I just, I just thought that was some real. That was just some real. That was real. That was so real to me on two levels. I'm gonna explain. Let's say he really got a. First of all, him and 6ix9ine supposed to be cool right now. Just so we can be clear on this. Him and 6ix9ine are cool. Remember I told y'all, when 6ix9ine comes out, all these people that's going to be disliking him, it's not going to be what people think. People think that 6ix9ine is going to come out and he going to walk down the block and it's going to be a million people after him, like it's going to be like Get Shorty or something. Nah, that's not what it's going to be, okay? Another good point that 6ix9ine pointed out, another good point that 6ix9ine, that Casanova pointed out was, nobody's doing nothing to 6ix9ine. He just helped the federal government. You think that when he comes out and he's free, what have I been telling y'all? You think that when he comes out and he's free, somebody is gonna lay a hand on this boy? Ain't nobody laying anything on anybody. Ain't nobody laying no hands on 6ix9ine. That's crazy. What's crazy? I'm telling you right now, I've tried to explain this to people. They're gonna be watching him. They're 100% gonna be watching 6ix9ine in hopes that some idiot is gonna try to do something to him so they could somehow get that caught up in another RICO case. They're gonna be watching 6ix9ine in hopes that there's gonna be somebody stupid enough to try to do something to him. I'm telling you, you could put it however you want to put it, but ain't nothing happening to him. Basically, he got the feds behind him now. Even if he's not working with them no further, he has the feds behind him because they know that there's a good chance that somebody is going to probably try to, that there's a good chance that there's at least going to be one person that's stupid enough to try to do something to him, and that's all they need. They're going to take that one person, they're going to get that they're going to snatch him up after whatever happened or don't happen. Then they're going to go through that person's whole social media history, see who he was talking shit about 6ix9ine to, see which one of those people is a gang affiliated. I'm telling you what's gonna happen. It's gonna be, it's not, whoever it's gonna be, it's not gonna make no sense. That's the point of which I'm trying to make. So that's another thing that Cass was talking about that I've been saying for the longest. I'm 100 with that. I fuck with Cass now. I didn't not fuck with him before. Let's just be clear on that. I never had an issue with Cass. I actually spoke to him on the phone once. I never had an issue with Cass. This always seemed like he seemed like one of, like, okay, so he seemed like one of them humble dudes that unless you know him, you won't know how humble he is. But he with the shits. That's how he always looked like to me. You understand what I'm saying? Like keeping it all the way, just keeping it all the way a stack. He always seemed like one of those humble dudes that you really wouldn't know how humble he was unless you was like, you've been around him a couple of times. But he also with the shits. Excuse me. But he also with the shits. You understand what I'm saying? That's how Castle, that's how I've always looked at homie. And yes, I know people that know him well. Appreciate you, big boy. I was listening to So Brooklyn Today. Who doesn't listen to that? Yeah, he looks like a funny dude. Like, yeah, I gotta understand a lot of these guys that a lot of y'all's definitely afraid of on the low is funny dudes. I'm just gonna let y'all know. A lot of these dudes that y'all see and they look like, and they look scary. A lot of they might be scary. I'm not trying to say that they're not, but I'm saying a lot of these dudes, they funny dudes. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not gonna doubt that, but they have challenges for everything. Like, so I don't know why. I don't know if I want to say who did the first challenge ever on Instagram. That's who everybody ripped off. Who had the first challenge ever on Instagram? Everybody copied over that guy. Let's just keep it a whole stack. Whole stack, right? And another thing I want to talk about. Somebody brought something up. And I just spoke about one of the things he said. I'm not going to keep repeating myself every time a new person come in. I can't do that, best. So another thing he was talking about is, Ebro tried to act like okay. I was digging the whole interview that I was watching up until this point, and then Ebro tried to go at 6ix9ine. He said something like, yeah, but 6ix9ine got everybody caught up. Casanova said, nah, them niggas was already done. He said, look, they had a cop, CEO Chris, CIA Chris, whatever you want to call him. They had a cop putting hits out. They had a cop putting hits out that they was going out there to do. Think about that. CIA Chris. I need to blow my nose. Hold on 1 second. I'm going to turn the volume down while I blow my nose. Give me 1 second. The fuck? I gotta get a new one of them shits. Alright, so check this out. CIA Chris is on the stand. CIA Chris says that okay, so let's not pretend like you could just go around shooting people that's in your set. You have to talk to somebody and you have to get the okay from somebody, right? I'm saying just anybody in here that knows anything about gang activity. Not that I know anything about gang activity. I'm just saying from what I've seen from like the movies, you got to go talk to somebody. You got to get the okay. You can't just decide to off somebody. I'm talking about kill. You can't just decide to kill people. You have to go speak to somebody and they got to sanction it. At least this is what I keep hearing when I watch things like movies. I may be wrong. CIA Chris was on the stand. He said that Bat had told him, and this is where I think this is where I think they got slick at, but it wasn't an important point. So even if somebody was a defense attorney, there was no reason to really go into this because it really wasn't a big point. But it wasn't going to help the defense one way or the other. But what he said is that Bat came to him and told him that Snow Billy wanted to kill Mel Matrix, right? And wanted to kidnap him. That's what he said. He said he had to do it. And I'm busy thinking like this. He never told anybody when Snow Billy told him that. There's a good chance that Snow Billy told him that told, well, I mean, pardon me, there's a good chance that Bat told CIA Chris that before CIA Chris, before Snow Billy got shot. There's a good chance that Bat, him, told CIA Chris that, and CIA Chris, who's a general, 5-star general, right, gave Bat the go-ahead to shoot him. So when Casanova's up there, he's saying, yo, you got a cop putting out hits. I'm not saying that's what he said, but that's kind of what it sounded like is actually a possibility. CIA Chris was over there telling them who to shoot at, and they was going and shooting at them. They didn't need Tekashi to get anybody caught up. They didn't need Tekashi to get anybody caught up. Not only did they not need Tekashi for that, they're literally buying their drugs from the police. I am shout out to Casanova. Thank you so much. Because that's what I've been saying. And every time I say that, people be like, yo, why you defending Tekashi? And I'm like, I'm just talking about facts. If the facts make it sound to you like I'm defending somebody, then maybe you have to readjust your perception of what actually happened. I'll say that again. If the facts make you feel like I'm defending someone, maybe you should readjust the way that you're thinking. Okay, once again. Okay, so Michael Peterson. Hold on. CIA Chris had everybody buying drugs off of him. So you think that everybody's in jail because of Tekashi? CIA Chris was already in their gang before Tekashi got there. So you think everybody's in jail because of Tekashi? CIA Chris had people on wiretaps, but you think everybody's in jail because of Tekashi? CIA Chris literally was walking around with a mic on him like, hey, what do you say you want to buy? And in the funny ass term of Dom is Live, shout out to Dom is Live, CIA Chris was going around asking snitch questions on the phone with individuals, and you are trying to tell me that everybody is locked up because of Tekashi. Is that what you're saying? What? Who the hell is that? Michael Peterson? Don't kick him. CIA Chris took the set down. They was done before Tekashi even got there. And this is why I fuck with Casanova, because he told the absolute truth. Casanova told the absolute truth. He said they was finished before Tekashi even got there. They did not need to. I keep saying this. I don't understand. I don't know. At this point, I gotta assume that there's individuals that just they don't know how nothing work, and they just want to blame Tekashi. Like, okay, if you know any of these people personally and you want to blame Tekashi, you have an emotional attachment to what's going on. And okay, I get you. So you think 6ix9ine is worse than CIA Chris? Michael Peterson thinks 6ix9ine is worse than. I was sitting in the courtroom. I heard what 6ix9ine said, and I heard what CIA Chris said. I was sitting in the courtroom. Shout out to FCF Kev starting the $2 drive. He said, "What's up, Frost? Hashtag bag season." I was sitting in the courtroom. I heard what 6ix9ine said, and I heard what CIA Chris said. And I'm telling you, CIA Chris, I'm gonna put y'all on. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. I'm gonna put y'all on to something. 2 seconds. my apologies. Of course, he sounds stupid. It's obvious that CIA Chris had everybody wrapped up in the case and it was over. I'm gonna explain something. Listen, everybody, listen, just for 1 second. He wasn't an official cop, but he's a cop. His job is to infiltrate gangs. So he's not officially a cop, but he's a cop. He worked with the police. His job is to infiltrate gangs and get people caught up. Really? There was really a guy named Michael Peterson a couple years back that killed both? He had 2 wives? There's also an American novelist named Michael Peterson, just so you know. Yeah, there really was. Killed his wife. You're right. Well, that happened. But there's also a novelist named Michael Peterson, by the way. So look, listen to what I'm about to say. He did try to. No. Hold on. Just so y'all could be clear, Homeboy infiltrated like 3 or 4 different gangs. Hold on, I think I got. Do I still got those pics? Let me show y'all something real quick. Oh, for anybody that wonder, because I get made fun of because people don't like my hair for some strange reason. People don't like my hair for some strange reason. I don't know why people they be hating on my hair, but shout out to that though. Hold on, let me see if I got these pictures real quick. I want to show you something. I don't think I got them. Damn, I don't got them no more. Somebody sent them to me. I forgot who sent them. But check this out, real quick, right? Real quick, check this out. CIA Chris was lining up everyone. This is how they do. They come in, they throw money around because they trying to get the big dogs. You think they throwing money around to get the people on the street corners? They're not throwing money around to get the people on the street corners. They throwing money around to get the big dogs. Now check out what Casanova said. Casanova said, "Joe, there was a guy. He had a big AP chain. He tried to sign me." There was a guy. He had a big AP chain. He tried to sign me. Yes, they have been doing this since the Black Panthers and Ricky Ross, Freeway Ricky. That's a fact. That's a whole fact. Hold on 1 second. I'm having an issue. Hold on. Um, 6ix9ine isn't gonna need a new face. Y'all crazy? 6ix9ine ain't gonna need nothing. He's gonna be able to do whatever the hell he's doing. 6ix9ine is gonna be just fine. Oh, where the other? Here we go. This is what you the man. You did that so I could find a damn pic. You the man. You already know what I told you. So check this out. Matter of fact, let's do it like this. Check this out. I can't even do it like that. Look, those are the different gangs this guy made himself a part of. Look. Just so we could be clear on this, because somebody said something about just the Crips and the Bloods. No, that was this guy's job. Look, GD, Latin King, GD again, Trini, that's Trinitarios. Here go another picture, more Trinis. I believe that dude right there locked up right now. The dude he with in this particular picture. Crip. The Crips wasn't playing with him though. The Crips was about to, from what I hear, the Crips was about to. That was it. Crips figured out what was going on. It was about to. Crips would have got their way. He wouldn't have been able to be a Blood. Latin King again. Blood. And you think Tekashi oh man. And you think Tekashi is the reason why these guys got taken down. Tekashi. You think it was Tekashi. Not this dude right here that's trying to infiltrate every single gang he can in order to encourage them to buy drugs off of him and then and report back to the police and the feds. You think it was Tekashi, not this guy. And this is what I mean by stop just listening to what people tell you. People just listen to whatever anybody say. People go with whatever's the most popular thing. People don't have their own mind. If I'm telling you facts, and the facts that I'm telling you is making you feel like I'm trying to get you to believe something that you don't want to believe, maybe you need to readjust your thinking. Now, did 6ix9ine get on the stand and snitch on niggas? Absolutely. He did a whole bunch of. He did some talking. Yes, he did. Okay, I'm not saying he didn't. I'm also not trying to give him a pass for what he talked on either. What I'm saying is, this dude right here, and he's gonna get with another gang. There's gonna be another gang because he's gonna show up. He gonna have a shitload of money. He gonna have a whole bunch of drugs. They gonna be able to make money with him, and there's gonna be another gang that's gonna let him in and get caught up. I'm telling you. You didn't just listen to when I told you that Snow Billy got shot, and basically Snow Billy got shot because CIA Chris told his own cousin to shoot him in the back of the head. You didn't just hear that, Michael Peterson. Oh no, because Michael Peterson, you're gonna ignore everything that doesn't fit with your narrative. I get it. I literally just talked about that. I literally just talked. Casanova confirmed. Casanova also believes this also because he said it on Ebro. But you only want to talk about 6ix9ine. Nah, you right. That makes sense. No, that's right. You know, you right, Michael Peterson. You 100% right. Obviously, this is sarcasm. Shout out to Derek Devers starting the $5 drive. He said, "What I miss, homie. By the way, love this channel, and I send 5 because 2 is too low for your info. Appreciate you." I think you wanted something. I think you wanted something. I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes I'll be looking at the waves. People is making fun of my hair. Be like, "What the hell? What's wrong with my hair? God, man, what's going on over there?" Anyway, who is the pretty black girl with the hazel greenish eyes at Takashi's? Hey, you was there, Z? I don't know. You might be talking about Harv's sister. Harv's sister is fine. The Harv's sister is fine. I don't know what to tell you. And she funny as shit. I don't want to talk about her, but she funny as shit too. And she fine. That's a fact. Shout out to her. I don't want to be disrespectful. Shout out to her. And she's smart as a whip. That's a whole fact. I don't even know what you're talking about. It's just you started making me think about females at the damn thing, and she was the most attractive girl there. So, oh man. Let's not forget to salute Kevin Gates, the brown Braveheart war paint on his face. Guys is funny. Yeah, I don't know who you're talking about, but like she was the most attractive female there, so I'm assuming you're talking about her. There was a lot of fine women there, by the way, just so I could just say that. I don't know. She had really there was a girl there with green eyes and long hair. She was black. I ain't see her. I don't know what to tell you. I ain't see her. Her other sister? I don't know what to talk about. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know. His half sister's fine. We're gonna change subject. I think that was I think that the government previously spoke to him in order for him to bring up every name that he brought up. That's what I think. Do not post her IG in here so homeboy could get it. But if you do have her IG, send it to my IG. Anyway. Avoided which conversation? Which conversation are you talking about, Bigness? The government was coaching him. I'm telling you, the government wanted him to say those rappers. Every single which one of those rappers that he said name, y'all need to get y'all shit lined. Y'all need to get y'all shit together. Then Cardi B just recently said she's about to get off of social media. Then Cardi B just said that. Just recently, Cardi B was like, "Yo, you know what? I'm about to shut my social media down." Didn't Cardi B just say that? Cardi B just said that. It was like, "Yo, you know what? I'm about to shut my whole shit down. I'm getting off of social media." I keep trying to tell y'all. That's why I keep trying to tell y'all. People that be on social media talking crazy to people. People, you don't understand. All of this shit could be used against you. Y'all don't understand. That's why I'm not arguing with nobody. That's why I'm not trolling nobody. I'm not doing none of that shit. Y'all don't understand. You could be doing some shit and it don't even really mean nothing. But then you do some other shit later and they tie all that shit together. And then you fuck. No, no, no. I don't think he avoided that conversation. I think he had that conversation. I don't think he avoided that conversation. I think he had that conversation. They talked about 6ix9ine for like 20 minutes almost, like 15, 20 minutes. I think he had that conversation. I don't think he avoided that conversation. And 6ix9ine, and just so we can be clear, Casanova had never been saying anything about 6ix9ine on social media. So by him going on the interview and saying, I'm not going to talk bad about that guy, that is still what he's been doing. He's not talking, he has not been talking about 6ix9ine at all on social media. I don't think it got I don't think 6ix9ine naming her had anything to do with the charts. I don't think it had anything at all to do with music. I don't think it had anything to do with music. And I don't think that he named her because he was trying to get her lined up. I think he named her because he would previously had been coached by the government to say certain people's names, including hers and including Jim Jones. Yep, and he said everybody else deserved what they got. 2 Time kept the same energy. That's a fact. That's why you gotta love this guy, man. You gotta fuck with Casanova, man. Like, even if you don't like his music, which isn't bad, I think he got some good. He got some good songs. I haven't heard any Casanova songs I thought was trash. To put it like that, every song I heard of his, I thought was pretty good. To that shit is dope. I don't think he's the best lyricist, but there comes a point where it's not about being the best lyricist. It's about that energy and that feeling that you give the person listening to it. You feel me? I'm not even talking to you about anything, Michael Peterson, because you are biased. So I'm not really trying to answer any questions you have. I'm gonna wait for you to make a stupid comment, then I'm gonna point it out. I don't really I don't answer the biased people's questions. If you're not biased, then I'll answer your question because we can have a conversation. But you're biased, so I can't have a conversation with you. Government trying to establish them as known gang members. That's a fact. And if anybody ever asks me any questions that he just asked me, I'm also not answering those questions because I'm gonna assume y'all know each other or are the same person. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not saying Cardi B is or isn't a role model. I know I would prefer if my daughter didn't try to be like her. Um, but my daughter has a right to try to be like whoever she wants to be like. Now we're not gonna hit Michael Peterson with his bags. We're gonna let him stay in the room and ignore him. He gonna give us a reason sooner or later. We hit him there. Everybody wants to get hit with bags. God dang it. See, this is what happens when people come in here, you don't fit. Shout out to I don't know how to say your name, fam. I'm just gonna call you Fan, Arfin. I don't know. But keep keeping the $5 drive alive. Says appreciate you, Jack. Appreciate you, Jack. Keep doing your thing. I'm gonna try, my brother. Appreciate you donating. No, not half sister. She was fine too, though. But I was right behind y'all in the security clearance line, and you asked her what she thought about the case. I thought she knew 6ix9ine or something. She was bad. I talked to her. Yeah, I probably did talk to her. You said she was fine, right? I talked to a lot of. I just strike up conversations with attractive women all the time. So yeah, I probably did talk to her. Wait, on the security clearance line, and I was just talking to her. I don't know. I talk to everybody. Like I literally, like if you don't know me, you don't know. I talk to everybody. Like I really, I'm always striking up conversations with strangers. Home team says Frost. I just wondering if we could, after this is said and done, take a vote. How many people will actually give up their lives and millions of dollars for a case that was already in the bag slam dunk? I'm gonna tell y'all something in a minute. Non-bigness says he took it down, but there was a night he was in New York City and there's a party. He brought his bottles out. It said F69, but he also says in an interview he definitely doesn't want no beef with him. Um, Remember he was on probation all this time too. Parole, pardon me. He was on parole all this time too. Kenneth Walker, the music shouldn't raise your kid. You should be yeah, that's a fact. Music and TV should never raise your children. That's a fact. And my daughter doesn't even she believe me, she's not a big Cardi B fan. I can't even not even trying to disrespect Cardi B, but I can't tell you the last time I've actually listened to one of her songs on purpose. And it's not because her songs are bad or good. It's just that I listen to classic, man. Look, I'm gonna show you my playlist. I'm gonna show you what songs I listen to. I'm gonna name them right now, just so y'all can see the type of songs I listen to if I'm listening to music. I listen to music that I want to influence me. I don't just listen to music because people say, "Yo, that's a dope new joint." I got Ayo Technology I on here. I got Back to Sleep. I got Black Men Don't Cheat. I got Classic Man. I got Coming Home from Pusha T. I got Devastated, Joey Badass. I got I bought a freaking thing by accident one time. I got Look Back at It by A Boogie. I got Me, Myself, and I by G Easy. I got Middle Child by J. Cole. Like this is the music that I listen to. I got Casanova, So Brooklyn, that's a fact. I got uh uh all the rest of these shits is just like weirdo, not weirdo shits, but I accidentally bought a whole album the first time I ever bought a song. I got the whole entire soundtrack to these guys. The spider, the freaking Into the Spider-Verse soundtrack. So yeah, so like that's what I listen to. You understand what I'm saying? I listen to music that I wanna be in that mind state. The song I listen to the most, without a shadow of a doubt, is Classic Man. I listen to that the most. I listen to Classic Man, Middle Child, and Look Back at It the most. Period. Because there's always a reason for me to be in that state of mind. I don't know who left who for dead. I'm not gonna say Jim left Mel for dead. What are you talking about? He was supposed to go down with him? I don't know what you're trying to tell me. So you're trying to say that if Jim Jones did have anything to do with this situation, which I'm not saying that he did, you think that he should have also put himself in a position where he could go down with everyone instead of at least be a person that don't go to jail so he could possibly put money on people's books and make sure that they're I don't know what you wanted him to do. What you wanted him to do, um what you wanted him to do. I need to know what you wanted Jim Jones to do if he did have something to do with this, which I'm not saying that he does. Okay, on my old phone that don't work no more, all I had was Pusha T and Nas and Rakim. This new phone was since I bought this phone, I didn't get the music off of my old phone. My old phone just don't work no more. All I had was Pusha T, Nas, and Rakim. That's it. That's all I listen to all day, every day. Yeah, but YG and well Snoop, I don't think he should have been. But YG had been beefing with 6ix9ine. He could still beef with him now. That's the point. Dudes that was not beefing with 6ix9ine before, now when 6ix9ine get locked up, they got everything in the world to say. Casanova's like, why wasn't y'all talking about him before? Why y'all talking about him now that he locked up? Before when he wasn't locked up, nobody had nothing to say. Nobody wanted to talk about him. We're about to go over the letter in a minute. Sick 2 times handled that fucking interview like a pro. I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen when he comes out. If he does decide to start trolling people again, a lot of these dudes is gonna they're gonna be at a loss because 6ix9ine's fan base is so freaking huge. So a lot of these dudes is gonna be at an absolute loss. 6ix9ine's fan base is huge. I don't think Casanova said too much. I don't think Casanova said anything. As far as anything that can hurt him, Casanova said what it was. Look, those guys was already jacked up. What's up, Raw coming up, blog? Those guys was already jacked up. They was already messed up. They was dealing with this one dude. That dude was the cops. That dude was sending them to go do hits and selling them drugs. There was no way out of that. there was no way for them to get out of that. Hey, could we hit that like button? We got like almost 300 people in here. We can get up to 120 likes. Casanova didn't say anything that we all didn't know. That's a fact. Even what he said about him suing the Barclays. Yeah, he was like, he should. Because, why ain't y'all gonna let me perform there? Y'all fucking my money up. And it's Brooklyn. He's Brooklyn. He want to perform at the Barclays. I don't know. I can't call that phone call a conspiracy by itself. I'm very happy that he shut down Ebro's theory about 6ix9ine being a police officer. I just look, man. I just think Casanova just like when you. I'm one of those people that when you a follower, when you just go with whatever anybody else is saying, I might like you, but I'm like, I don't know how much I could really trust what the hell you talking about. Because all your ideas is other people's ideas. You feel what I'm saying? You don't have no ideas of your own. All your ideas is some idea that you heard that dude over there say or that dude over there say. None of your ideas are your own ideas. Casanova just proved that his ideas is his own ideas and he's his own man. You know how many of these people go on these interviews and they're not their own man? A lot of people, I do interviews. A lot of people go on interviews and they're not their own man. Casanova proved he's his own man. You gotta respect that. Why you asking me am I linking with Snow Billy for? I don't got no problems with Snow. He over there doing his own thing. Snow over there like throwing Franks or some shit, right? It's just so funny. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie, that shit is so funny. And why everybody use that picture of me? God dang it. It's like these two pictures that everybody used of me. At least he used the one that was more flattering. The other one was, they got this other picture out there of me that, I don't know, I just had a bad camera day. I don't know what to tell you. These people always trying to get me caught up in some shit. I don't care if I'm approved for something I don't want. What kind of shit does that sense does that make? People always approving me for stuff that I don't want. Like, I don't even want that. What the hell does it matter to me if I'm approved for it or not? I'm doing my own thing. Snow is over there. He's doing his own thing. Let him grow. He don't need me. I don't like, you know what I'm saying? Like with some real shit. Let him grow. He wanna have beef with everybody. I don't wanna have beef with nobody. I don't want I don't want beef with nobody. I'm trying to make money. The more people you beefing with, the less I don't know with the exception. That's why the whole Takashi shit is crazy. Because how he was beefing with everybody, he was still you know how much money he would have been able to make if he was able to have that type of without all of the beef, would have made way more money. Anyway, let's go over this letter. We're gonna go over the when we get to 120, we're gonna go over the when we get to 120 likes, we're gonna go over the we're gonna go over this letter right here. When we get to 120 likes, we're gonna go over that letter. Bad is the blame. Somebody says Bad got caught a case in Pittsburgh, then he snitched. That's when he started working with CEO. He introduced Chris to everyone. Bad is to blame for the whole investigation being successful. I ain't seen you in a while, Resto. How you been? Well, we're still only at 99. We get to 120 likes, and we'll go over the Mel. We'll go over the Mel. The Mel. The Mel murder, Mel Matrix letter to the judge. Well, it seems like some people think Mel was the reason, right? I mean, Mel. Pardon me. Some people think that Bad is the reason. Some people think that Takashi is the. Some people think that CIA Chris is the reason. I want to know why so many people think that the reason why the investigation happened was because of Takashi. I think we have to be able to separate, right? The Drama Cast. Shout out to the Drama Cast live. We have to be able to separate cause and effect. You understand what I'm saying? And so people could understand the difference between what caused something to happen and something that was just a, a, a symptom, not even a symptom, but an effect of what happened. Then because there's no way in the world this whole entire case started because of 6ix9ine. There's no way. There's just no way that this whole case started because of. That's why every time somebody say that, I'm just like, sheep. Unless you know these guys personally, unless you personally know them, I don't, I can't, I can't, I can't get behind you feeling that way. But if you personally know these people that's locked up and you're like, it's 6ix9ine, then I understand because there's a really strong emotional response. You understand what I'm saying? There's a really strong emotional response that you're having to the situation. So I'm not saying I agree with you. I'm just saying that I understand your position. Yeah, Ebro did not want to talk about CIA Chris. That's a fact. That's a whole fact. I'm all right. How you been doing, Kadia? Once again, look, this is pictures of CIA Chris. Just so we can be clear on this. This is CIA Chris right here. Look, this is pictures of CIA Chris with different gangs. Look. CIA Chris with the CIA Chris with the GDs. Look. CIA Chris with the Latin Kings. CIA Chris with the GDs again. This is why I'm like, how are you all just blaming Takashi? CIA Chris with the Trinities. The Trinitarios. CIA Chris with the Trinnies again. Trinitarios. CIA Chris with the Trinnies again. And that guy right there is locked up currently. Wouldn't be surprised if it has something to do with CIA Chris. CIA Chris trying to be crit. CIA Chris with the Latin Kings again. And now CIA Chris with the Bloods. What are you talking about? How could y'all just blame only Tekashi if you have a dude who is a professional rat? This dude is a professional. He's professionally trained to infiltrate gangs. They're giving him everything that they need, all the resources that he needs in order to infiltrate gangs. How are y'all blaming Tekashi? I do not understand this. That's a fact, big hats. If Jim and Mel, stop, hold on. Once again, understand cause and effect. Okay? The cause was 6ix9ine going on Breakfast Club. Okay? 6ix9ine going on Breakfast Club created the reason for Jim and Mel to have the conversation that made them start scooping people up. So that's what happened. People could agree or disagree or think about whatever you want to think about, however you want to think about it. But at the end of the day, let's just be clear on something. At the end of the day, this dude right here, CIA Chris, is a federal informant that was moving around from gang to gang. And people are ignoring the fact that he did this and saying the whole entire reason why everyone got caught up was Tekashi. I don't think the drugs came from overseas. I think the drugs came from the government. But that's me talking. I could be wrong. Everett says, "Nah, I want a BBS shirt with Jack Frost saying I was right. Me and the wife love it." But I was right. I was right. People don't need to research history, repeats the subconscious. This dude is gonna be back out in. First of all, Homeboy was still working for the feds, getting gangs caught up to 1 month before the trial started. They asked him. He was on the stand. They said, "Yo, what was you doing?" He said, "I was still working." I think he literally said the words "working." He literally said "working." I can't wait for the transcript to drop. I cannot wait for the transcript to drop so people can see what CIA Chris was saying in court. I just can't wait for the transcript to drop. Hold on 1 second. No, he was still working undercover. What are you talking about? He clarified. He clarified. He clarified when he said working. He meant undercover. Hold on 1 second. Who went first? Did CIA Chris go before Jorge? I think CIA Chris went before Jorge, right? No, Takashi went, and then Jorge went, and then after Jorge went, CIA Chris went. All right, so hold on. I forget the order. Hold on. We got one more like, and we gonna go over that paperwork. And for everybody that's gonna say that we're not gonna let that go through because we're not gonna talk about any shoddy situation that's happening with homegirl until we have some actual clarification at least something alluding to that being true, other than people just that being a rumor. I was a yawn. I wasn't trying to make anything out to be nothing. Gotta say shit like that. These niggas be weirdos. Hold on. I gotta label this shit. That's a fact. Okay, we at 22. Let me go over the CIA Chris stuff real quick. And then we here we go. CEO Chris. CIA Chris. Here we go. Officer. Alright, so first of all, he admitted to selling heroin. He said he was currently in jail. And he basically said he's cooperating for a 5K1 letter. And you already know that they're gonna let him straight out of jail because he gotta go back to work. He says Nontre is a gang in the UBN. I'm pretty sure that I don't think that Tekashi was able to even give that type of information. Credibly. First of all, Molly over the internet. I think it's bullshit. He also said he sometimes bought fentanyl for corner stores. The dude told on bodegas. He let people know that they're selling fentanyl in the corner store. Shout out to Everett Gilchrist, $5 drive. He said, keeping the drive alive. Then he explained the non-trade structure, talked about the street lineup, prison lineup. Then he says person lineup, called the shots. Then he said he joined in 2015. Then he said Magoo was the head of the prison lineup. He was the godfather. Then he just started naming all the high old 20s, and oh man, he was naming the people that's currently in jail. He said Mel Murder had ran a street lineup, and Roll Murder ran a street lineup. I don't understand how y'all saying that 6ix9ine got all of these people caught up. Let me just go over a little bit more of the stuff that he was saying. Then he says Harv was next under Roll. He's literally okay. So this is how the RICO works, right? If you can be confirmed as part of the gang, an active member in the gang, then you can literally be caught up in the RICO, because any acts that you then commit that are illegal, any acts that you might commit like violence, drug selling, whatever the case might be, then they could say that those acts were committed in furtherance of the gang, furtherance of your position in the gang, or to actually help the gang. So what he did was he basically just started naming people. So now if any of these people have any crimes under them right now that the government is looking at right now, they can be caught up in some kind of RICO, added to a RICO, whatever the case is, and now their crimes are not just crimes. Now their crimes are gang activity. So hold on. Says Mel Murder told him Harv was. Then he talked about who was the high and the lows, or like the ranking. Then he said later shot. He basically confirmed that Harv was part of the gang, Roll was part of the gang. He called out a ton of people that was in jail. He called out Shotty. But 6ix9ine is the one that got everybody caught up. But hold on. Then he says Mel Murder and Nuke had beef, and that's why they had two separate lineups. So basically, well, he points out Nuke. Then he pointed at Nuke in court. But no, Tekashi got everybody caught up though. Hold on. Max said he shot a shotgun at Mel Murder. Attempted murder, by the way. But nah. You know, it's all Tekashi. Then he said Mel never said he was a godfather because he didn't want to disrespect the godfather in jail, confirming that Mel was the highest ranking person on the outside. Then he says beef. He had beef with Nuke, and Mel started because Mel. Oh, he said there was beef with Nuke that had started because Mel disrespected the Godfather in prison. That's how come him and Nuke had beef, which don't even line up because a minute ago he said, see, this is what I'm trying to say. Anyway, I don't know. Then he says, CEO Chris says he met Mac first. So now he's telling everybody I met Nuke first. Then he said he sold MDMA to Mac, to Nuke. He sold 2 kilos to Nuke. Then he said he recruited Nuke tried to recruit CEO Chris into non-trade, but he didn't make it. He didn't do well enough. He didn't, whatever he was supposed to do, he couldn't do that. So he couldn't. So then he said he ended up getting into Treyway because Mel ended up bringing him into the Treyway. This is what they said in court. For anybody that's gonna go at me and be like, "Yo, why you telling?" This is gonna be in the court documents. No, he ain't never paid the cop. He never paid the dude. He just stole them shit. And then he said, only agreed. The only reason why CEO Chris, CIA Chris agreed to join was if Mel gave him a leadership position. Mel agreed. So Mel is so high, basically, because he's the godfather. So you got to understand why, like, they laying breadcrumbs. This is why people get caught up. They laying breadcrumbs to just show you, look, this is who that person is, 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 and this is how we know. So they're going to lay down mad breadcrumbs. Then he says he had to shoot a 31 to join fight. He said he wore Crip flags. And then he also admit to being the Crip, being the Latin King before he joined Ninth Trade. Why didn't he admit that he was part of the Trinity? We got the photo evidence. Why didn't he admit being a part of Trinity? Then he says he got non-trade members to carry guns for him and help him package drugs. Look, this is what this guy is doing, but everybody's blaming everything on Tekashi. Then he says Mel, Mac, Ro, and Shotty bought drugs from him for resale. He said Mel, Nuke, Ro, and Shotty brought drugs from him for resale. But now we're going to blame everything on Tekashi, right? With Michael Peterson at. Yeah, shout out to Star. Shout out to the Star Report. Now we're gonna blame everything on Tekashi though. But he just right here in open court said that Mel murder, Nuke, Ro murder, and Shotty all brought drugs from him for resale. Then he said Mel carried and transported drugs for him. Then he says he described the cell. Then he described one of the cells that he did with the help of Mel murder. Then he said Shotty's cousins, who wasn't even talked about, brought heroin off of him. Then he said he arranged drug deals for Mel murder and undercovers. He literally, let me explain because I didn't write down the whole thing he said. He said he arranged a drug deal between Mel murder and undercovers. He knew that they were undercover police officers. He sent Mel murder to go do a deal with them. But no, we blaming everything on Tekashi. It's all Tekashi's fault, though. Where's Michael Peterson at? Because you know it's all Tekashi's fault. It's all Tekashi's fault. Everybody got caught up because of Tekashi. It's all Tekashi's fault. Everything is Tekashi's fault. Hold on, let's go over some more stuff that this dude said. Oh, then they played an audio tape in court. And in the audio tape, he's talking to Mel Murder about drug selling. But no, it's Tekashi, you know, even though he literally taped the conversation. It was all Tekashi. Tekashi did everything. You know, that dang Tekashi, he did everything. Even though this guy right here, you know. Anyway, what else he said? In 2015, he started dealing drugs with Nuke. He gave him product on consignment, MDMA. Then he says he described the whole tire exchange. Then he explained how they packaged the damn drugs and how he was able to get the drugs through customs. Then he also described the deal in the studio where he brought half up front. Then he explained how Mac wanted to put back a chain stolen, how Mac wanted to get back a chain that was stolen from an artist so he could then get a favor from that artist later. Then he talked about how Nuke, that's Mac and Nuke is the same person, was 9K in debt, and that he wiped the whole thing clean and said you could keep it. But then later on, he complained about the fact that they was not, like, you understand what I'm saying? Like, later on, he complained about the fact that Nuke owed him the money. But here he's saying that he said he don't care about it. But why would he not care about it? Like, that's everybody. Okay, if you doing drug deals with somebody and you owe them 9K, and then they tell you forget about it. Hold on, show of hands. Let's have a quick vote. If you was doing drug deals with somebody and they told you forget about it, would you think that that person might be working with the police? You would not even think that that person was working with the police. Once again, if you was doing a drug deal with somebody and you owed them 9K, and they told you, forget about it, would you think that that person, show of hands, you think that that person was working with the police? You would not think that that person is working with the police. He's 23 right now, by the way. CIA Chris is only 23, allegedly. I want to know who would think that this guy was working with the police. I'm just curious. Only 4 people would think he's working with the police. Okay. ASAP, my number. I'm trying to change my social security number. I'm trying to tell you. I go find some illegals and ask them where they get their work done. He said he was 23. I don't know how old the dude is. They said on the stand 23 though. I'm not even gonna go over no more. All right? Because at this point, now y'all see why I look at people weird when they be like, it's all Tekashi's fault. I'm looking like, really? Way too much history under his belt to be too young. He started dealing drugs allegedly at like 14. So he started getting he started getting into business or whatnot when he was like 14. Yes, CIA Chris laid everything out on a silver platter. Them dudes were screwed. So that's why I'm looking at individuals that keep trying to say everything is Tekashi's fault. And I'm saying the only way I can get behind that, his character's 23. That's a fact, common sense. And the only way I could get behind that is if you are like family with these dudes or something. Because if you family with these dudes, let me take down that Casanova thing now. We're not using that at the moment. Because if you family with these dudes, then I can understand and get behind what you're saying. It makes sense. You understand what I'm saying? You have an emotional connection. You feeling a way. But if you're not family with these individuals that got locked up and you're just ignoring certain things and acting like other things don't exist, I can't respect what you're saying. I'm not talking about you as a person. And yes, my actual 2K controller is camo. Get him out of here. The guy was in every game, and I don't know what to tell you. He said, and I didn't even go over half of the stuff he said. I got pages. This is all from one day. I got pages and pages from multiple different days. They have a ton of I don't watch MMA no more. I used to. They have a ton of how do you say audio recordings with him. They have a ton of DMs and ID and text IG and text messages of him going back and forth with people. There's a ton of them. You understand what I'm saying? So they never wanted 6ix9ine. They didn't need him. They did not need 6ix9ine for this case. Yeah, they want you to forget. Think about it like this. The only person that is a rapper that I heard mention CIA Chris is Casanova. Casanova is the only person I am absolutely sure is not helping the feds. No, they didn't sentence them yet. Please don't spam. Casanova is the only person. Like at this point, I can't, because I could see if people wanted to mention the whole 6ix9ine snitching thing, but you can't just mention 6ix9ine snitching and then but act like there ain't no other reason why. If you acting like 6ix9ine is the reason why all of these dudes got caught up, like yeah, he was trained. That's a fact. Who's 14? What the hell are you talking about? What the hell is Angel talking about? Hold on, we gotta stop everything. What are you talking about, Angel? No, no, I'm not playing anybody's stuff. No, we're not playing no 14-year-old girl stuff. We're not doing that. Please stop. I don't know what you're doing, but please stop. Yeah, he had to hit his own self with his bags. He's an idiot. Cass is the realest rapper out right now to me. He just kept it a whole stack on a real situation. Not no fake shit, not no propping up, not no trying to be a tough guy, not no running down, having his bodyguard run down and beat up fans, not no arguing with niggas online. He kept it a whole stack. That was the realest thing. Said once Ebro tried to pin it all on 6ix9ine, and he was like, nah, they had a whole rat with them. These dudes brung a whole police officer into their game. CIA Chris is gonna end up helping the feds take down 4, 5, 6 more gangs. he's gonna help them take down 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 15, 20 more gangs before his career is over. Because when you got people that's desperate and you got an individual that just shows up with all the drugs and all the money, people are gonna forget about safety. Stop dealing drugs, go get a job. Stop dealing drugs. That's all I can tell people. Stop dealing drugs. Oh shoot, I'm supposed to call her. Stop dealing drugs. That's all I can say. Everybody stop dealing drugs. When I say this, I'm not talking about marijuana, by the way. But as far as heroin, uh, definitely stop mixing fentanyl and shit. That's another thing. You gotta worry about everything because people is putting fentanyl in everything. Heroin, coke, whatever. Stop dealing drugs. That's all I can tell people. Stop dealing drugs. I'm not saying that I want people that's dealing drugs to get caught and go to jail. I'm saying I want our people to get away from that whole entire. What up, Bronx Bomber? You ain't been around in a while. Oh yeah, I remember last time I saw you, you was telling me off in somebody else's chat. You're talking mad shit about me. Shout out to you though. Yeah. Show of hands. Who just want me to hit Michael Peterson with his bags? Show of hands. I got bags. We got to get at least. We got to get at least. If I get at least 10, 15 people throw some bags up, we just gonna hit Michael Peterson and get him up out of here. He's just annoying at this point. One of my admins keep track of the bags for me. Or they people just voting with the okay signs on him. Yeah, nobody don't want him. We don't want him in here, right? He's an idiot. Yeah, he G checked them ebro. That's a fact. That's a whole fact. We're not gonna call people idiots. I try not to call people idiots, but sometimes people just work hard. Yeah, we just gotta kick him up out of here. Nobody want this fool up in here. Hey, Michael Peterson, get to stepping. This dude dead in the face with his bags. Get him up out of here. Nobody don't got time for that. Yeah, let's get him up out of here. Oh, nobody got time for you, Michael Peterson. She said I smacked him with a bag of rocks. Hey, don't nobody got time for you, Michael Peterson. You gotta go watch the interview. I have no idea what that's supposed to be, Jennifer Morales, but okay. Yeah, nobody don't got time for that. Come on, man, get out of here with that. People get mad, yo. There's always the individuals that get pissed off when we kick them. But I'm like, but you don't understand. Don't nobody got time for that shit you trying to peddle. I was just thinking that you was the weakest link. That's a fact, big hats. I was just don't tell me he just DM me. I hate when people get kicked and then they DM me. Be like, what the fuck are you DMing me for? Somebody else got to get kicked? Yeah, no N word. You talking to me, Minnesota? Sometimes it's just there's no tomorrow there will be no Tonight Show tomorrow. There will be no Tonight Show tomorrow. I'm glad I remembered to tell y'all. Tomorrow there will be no Tonight Show. Copy. I got you, Minnesota. Tomorrow there will be no Tonight Show. My apologies. There will be no Tonight Show tomorrow. Um, do you know what fentanyl is? I hear what you're saying, Burke Ave 2 Train. You're like, yeah, he got some criminals off the street. But do you know what fentanyl is? Fentanyl is the thing that's causing people to overdose. Now, I'm not an advocate for selling drugs at all. I think we should all stop selling drugs. Period. Right? These dudes was trying to buy heroin from him, which I also think you should stop selling. And this dude was mixing the heroin with fentanyl. Are you trying to figure out a way to make that guy a hero? You're trying to figure out a way to make the guy that already has the very, very dangerous drug that he's selling to people, mixing another drug with it, making it even more dangerous without even the people that he's selling it to knowing. And you're trying to make a hero out of this guy? Who in the hell said that before we go any further? I got to pay attention to everything you say. Burke Ave 2 Train. Got to pay attention to everything you say. Because that, I know. You're trying to make a dude that's mixing fentanyl with drugs look like the hero. That's what you're trying to do. Make the guy that is mixing fentanyl with the already dangerous drug look like the hero. I think the main problem is trolls coming here to try to troll, but I'm not stupid and I understand how to communicate. so so they come in here and they try to play with words. I hear what you're saying, Purple Haze. But like I said, people should stop doing heroin at all. But he himself said that he was mixing fentanyl with the heroin and the people that he was selling it to did not know that it was in there. He said this himself. Yes, I always feel like my intelligence is getting insulted when I'm talking to these people, these trolls. That's a fact. D Meta. I almost always feel like they're insulting my intelligence, and sometimes that's why I kick them. Basically, the government was putting fentanyl in the heroin and then putting it out in the street. Think about that. Think about that. Allegedly. Allegedly. There's gonna be no Tonight Show tomorrow. I'm sorry about that. We've been live for I don't know how long we've been live. How long we've been live? I don't know. Oh, I pressed the button, so I don't even know. Yeah, I can't even tell you. We've been live for a while. Went live at like 9:30. Yeah, about 9:30 we went live. We're gonna go over this Mel Matrix letter, but I'm gonna need a minute. I'm gonna need a minute. I might do a midday show then. I might do a midday show. I don't know. Like, okay. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you. I do midday shows more when donations come in. I'm keeping it a stack. When y'all donating, when donations are coming in, I'm more liable to do midday shows. If there's no donations coming in, then I'm probably gonna go and do whatever the thing is that I'm supposed to be doing. I'm just keeping it a stack. Like, I still have other business that I have to tend to at times. Yeah, this shit is the fun. This shit is the realest shit right here. D Mater keeping the $2 drive alive. Oh, if you, well, I'm happy. I don't want anybody to OD. So, all right, give me 1 minute, and then we're gonna come back and we're gonna go over the letter, the Mel Matrix letter that he gave to the to the judge. Give me 1 minute, and then we're gonna go over this letter right here that Mel Matrix gave to the judge. But I'm gonna need 1 minute. I'll be right back. Hey, Angel, please stop promoting whatever that is. I don't know what that is. If you promote that again, we're gonna kick you. I don't know what that is. I don't know where you're trying to send people. I don't know how that might be able to mess my channel up. I don't know what people might then try to accuse me of. So I'm asking you to stop doing that. Appreciate you. Thank you. Somebody just said something. Yes, they're putting fentanyl in everything. Any illegal drug you buy off of the street has the capacity to have fentanyl in it. Absolutely correct. They even putting fentanyl in weed. That's absolutely correct. All right, let's go to this letter. All right, so this is the letter that the judge wrote to judge that the Mel Matrix wrote to Judge Engelmeyer. I'm gonna read the letter, and then I guess we'll go over it, and I can get your opinions on what y'all think about it. He wrote, "Dear Judge Engelmeyer, I hope this letter reaches you and you are in good health and spirits. As for me, I'm just sitting at MDC thinking about a lot of poor choices I've made in my life. When I think back, a lot of them issues started when I was a young kid just trying to belong. Coming up as a kid, and I did not really have a positive role model in my life. I found myself as a very angry teenager because of the things I experienced and the things I saw at home behind closed doors. I took to the streets heavy at the age of 14. A lot of my friends suffered the same way I did, or worse. So we became each other's comfort blankets. The older guys in my neighborhood that embraced us were thugs off the corner, and they were involved in illegal activities like drugs and violence. But at least they seemed to care about our well being, or so we thought at the time. Reality, I can see now that they were only just molding us to become young criminals because they knew we really had nobody and they were gullible. Pardon me. They knew we really had nobody and we were gullible young kids looking to fit in and find father figures. We looked at these guys for the love we were missing. That is when the United Blood Nation came into my life at 14 years of age. Between my anger and loyalty to the game, I made a lot of bad decisions trying not to let the gang down. By the time I was 18, going on 19 years old, my childhood sweetheart, Dawn, gave birth to my beautiful daughter. That's when I realized I wanted more for myself, my child, and for my heart, Dawn. But the streets still had a hold on me. I was at war in my head. I wanted to fall back from the gang life and do the right thing by my family. But I felt like I was somehow being wrong to my gang family because at that point, I really believed they had been there for me when I had no one. What I did was try to distance myself as much as possible. I started working in the music industry. I got signed to Diplomat Records. When I was 24 years old, things were looking up for me. I found myself staying away from negativity, but I was becoming very popular, and with that life came a lot of envy, money, women. This all caused me to lose Dawn because of my own cheating and inability to be home because of the demands of touring and life in the industry. I found myself becoming depressed and falling back to my old ways, going back to the streets because I was not happy. I had lost my earlier life. I had lost my earlier life even though I had money and fame. I felt like something was missing. A lot of dormant anger from my childhood came back to the surface. When I tried to return to the game, they were mostly only concerned with my present reputation and what I can do for them financially. And it was at that point that I realized that my love was never it's at that point that I realized that their love was never genuine. They gave me a position of authority because of who I was and my age. During that time, in my mind, I decided I was not done with the streets, but I still tried to keep ties with some of the guys I knew from the gang. I know that was where I went wrong. My real family, I now realize, was my mother, Dawn, my aunts, and my brother. I got back together with Dawn and she gave me a baby boy named my pride and joy. I realize I have to break the cycle because I don't want my son or daughter going through what I did. I want the best for them. I know I should have woken up and realized this earlier, especially when I was shot 5 times and my loved ones almost lost me. Now I find myself caught up in a case that is the first time I'm in serious trouble. But I can promise you that it will be my last. I am not a part of the violence in this case. I am not a part of the violence in this case. And the federal arrest has been a real wake up call for me. I sincerely apologize for all of my actions and I take full responsibility. I ask for leniency and a second chance to return to my children as soon as possible. I want to return to my family and right all the wrongs so I can be there for them. They need me, and I definitely need them. It is a must that I break the cycle. It is killing me that I'm not there for my children and my loved ones. I'm completely done with the streets. I plan to change my environment as well as the company that I keep. To me, right now, the most important company to keep is that of my family and my children. Please allow me to return to them as soon as possible. I don't need a whole lot of time to fix myself. I need counseling and for you to believe in me. And I see that I'm not the, and to see that I'm not the monster they paint me to be. Please understand that I'm human, and I ask you for a second chance. Respectfully submitted, Jamel Jones. First, that's a really well-written letter. That is a well-written letter. Second, he isn't involved in any of the violence in this case. We don't know exactly what he got caught up in. He could have got caught up in much more than that. We have to see what he actually copped out to before we could say that he just got caught up on that wiretap. I forget what charges he actually got caught. I'd have to look and check. What up, Gordo? Yeah, y'all tired of Burke? He ain't doing nothing stupid though. He just asking stupid questions. Just leave him be. He had a chance to flip. I don't see a judge caring when he's part of a criminal enterprise. First of all, he copped out, so he got points, right? So the fact that he copped out is going to work in his favor. That's one for everybody that don't know. Besides the fact that he's copping out, going to work in his favor. Besides that, I think that was a good letter, and those letters mean something for everybody that don't know. Those letters mean something. And might I also add, almost everybody writes letters to the damn judge. Why? What? Because there's people out there acting like everybody ain't writing letters to the judge. Everybody's writing letters to the damn judge, man. Everybody is writing letters to the judge. There was, I'm not trying to argue with nobody, but there's people that's trying to act like everybody doesn't write. Everyone is writing letters to the judge. If you're gonna cop out, they're gonna. First of all, if you cop out, your freaking attorney is gonna tell you we gotta write the judge a letter. Real quick, because Victor Doan says it's unfortunate for all these brothers. Moreover, the story is gang gang, not the thing. First of all, what did 50 Cent go do? 50 Cent got on a song with 6ix9ine where he said, I am not gang gang. I do not gang bang. 50 don't even rap no more. He made sure that he got on the song with 6ix9ine where he said, I am not gang gang. I do not gang bang. He don't even rap no more. When he did the freaking song, I was thinking to myself, like, 50 don't rap no more. What is he doing? I absolutely think that if 6ix9ine would have waited, 50 Cent would have got him all the way off. He wouldn't have had to snitch. Yeah, we talked about Cass and Ebro already. If you go back in the video, when you see this caption up, I'm talking about Cass and Ebro during that amount of time. When you cop out, you make your Cody's case look weak, but everybody copped out the stuff. So what are you talking about? I hear what you're saying, Barry West, but I do. First of all, everybody forgets Kuda B didn't get arrested until that video came up out of nowhere that TMZ ran. Oh shit! I know how they got. Oh no! I didn't find out how they got that video. Almost found out how they got that video. I did find out some stuff about the video, but I'm not gonna report it. I'm gonna hopefully I find out more stuff before I report on it. But um, I know I don't think it was Act. Why would Act set 6ix9ine up like that? That don't even make sense. Appreciate you, Victor Domes. Victor Domes says you dissect things thoroughly and unbiasedly, and that's why I respect you, Jack. Um, there's his. Well, appreciate you. Just trying to do my job, man. I never listened to 6ix9ine. I never really cared for the music. That music isn't for me. I'm not saying he's a bad artist. I'm just saying that that's not music isn't for me. Put on some freaking let's chill out. I'll go hang out in the lounge. You play some like Babyface or some fucking, you feel me? Like some fucking some 90s music. You feel me? Let's listen to some 90s music. Let's listen to some positive, we love each other, let's have a long relationship, not cheat on each other music. I like that type of music. I'm laughing at shit. Or we can listen to some Rakim. I fuck with that music. Nas, like, so I'm not disrespecting other people. That's just not for me. Barry White's a little back there for me, but I like Michael Jackson. Let's listen to some Michael Jackson. Let's listen to some Whitney Houston. It's absolutely cool. It's cool to be a square. Like that's the type of shit I like listening to. Yes, I did see some of the stuff talking about the I'm pretty sure Mel Murder or Mel Matrix, whatever you want to call him, I'm pretty sure he had a ghostwriter for the letters like that. If you have a good lawyer, your lawyer is gonna ghostwrite it for you. Like, what are you talking about? Your lawyer's not gonna let you write that all by yourself. This is your life. Y'all gonna sit there and y'all gonna formulate a damn letter. What the fuck is wrong with you? Like, was there something wrong with you? If I'm in trouble and I had to cop out to some shit and I'm about to go in front of that judge, my lawyer better help me formulate a letter. That's a whole fact. Hell, I'm paying you for. Okay, this isn't Bash the Bloods thing, Edwin. So the whole energy you coming with right now, we're not feeling. I'm just gonna say that. And I'm not trying to say. I'm saying we're not in here to be just. If you're just gonna only spew negative content, I'm just gonna have to kick you. We don't do that. He says, "Stop kicking." We kick people here, man. Yeah, but we're not trying to have all that negative. It's way too late at night to be talking all that negative energy, man. If people gotta get ready to go to bed, and all you doing, you want to talk all that negative energy, it's way too late. And if it was in the morning, it's way too early. And if it's in the middle of the day, ain't nobody got time for that. You get it? We're not trying to just talk about negative stuff. If we got to talk about something that ain't that good, let's at least try to get a kernel of positivity out of it, or a lesson. You understand what I'm saying? Like, almost everything is a teachable moment. Let's use it like that. Let's not use it to bash people. Let's not use it. I don't believe in a lot of shit. I don't agree with a lot of shit I talk about. I'm pretty sure 6ix9ine is laughing and ready. That's a fact. Um, I don't know if he's laughing, but I believe he's ready. He's ready, definitely ready to get out of where he's at. Yeah. So we're not doing that. You understand what I'm saying? Like, come on. I actually already made a video, audio that I was gonna release it today, but I'll let you hear a little bit of it. Three people that were in. So there's a manhunt out for two of the three people that were involved with the murder of Joshua Brown. And if you pay attention to what the authorities are saying, his murder had nothing to do with the fact that he just went on the stand and was a witness against a police officer that walked into an innocent man's house and shot him. Yeah, I got tired of Edwin. He went from talking negative to then trying to tell me how to run my channel. 9 times out of 10, if you come here trying to tell me how to run the channel, you're gonna get kicked. Just so we could be. Yeah, I hit him with his bags. By the way, I hit Edwin with his bags. I don't have time for that. Wait, do I believe what? What are you asking me? If I what do I believe? Y'all gotta stop taking me reporting what's happening like that's what I believe. How can I tell you what's happening if whenever I tell you about something that's happening, you're gonna talk to me like it's something that y'all know how conversations work? So I can't never like y'all do y'all know how conversations. I'm not when I say y'all, obviously I'm not talking about absolutely every single one, but I don't understand. The person just heard my intro, didn't even hear the and then told me that they don't believe it. Like, don't believe what? What are you telling me not to believe? So there's a manhunt out for two of the three people that were involved with the murder of Joshua Brown. And if you pay attention to what the authorities are saying, his murder had no. I literally say if you pay attention to what the authorities are saying, with the murder of Joshua Brown. And if you pay attention to what the authorities are saying,
his murder had nothing to do with the fact that he just went on the stand and was a witness against a police officer that walked into an innocent man's house and shot him.
I think some of y'all don't know how to listen. And when I say some of y'all, I'm talking directly to Sha Murder. When I say some of y'all, I'm talking directly to Sha Murder. When I'm saying some of y'all, I'm talking directly to Sha Murder, so we can be clear on that. We're not making fun of nobody, and we damn sure ain't saying nobody got Down syndrome. What the hell? What part of that whole thing that I just said made you even think that there's a chance that I'm saying any of that? What in the heck? Really? Oh, no, not to laugh loud. That's just retarded. Oh, man, yo. You're not using the N word, but I believe you. I agree with you, Angel. Oh, man, yo. What part of that? Well, I'm dropping the video tomorrow. You can listen to what you can listen to the video. I'm done with the whole video. I just don't got I'm done with the audio. I just got to put it together. Look.
BBN, Jack Frost. What's up, party people? Alright, so
Yeah. So apparently
there has been, I think they said, one arrest so far, and they're searching for 3 more people
it's actually
that
2 more
were
people.
involved with the tragedy that befell Joshua Brown. Okay, real quick, so everybody can know who Joshua Brown is, just in case you don't know. Joshua Brown was the witness at the Amber Geiger trial. Okay, that might not have cleared it up for everybody. Amber Geiger is the young lady. She's a police officer. I believe she's about 31. And she ended up walking into the wrong apartment. There could be argued why she walked into the apartment that was not hers. And then she ended up killing the occupant of that apartment, the person.
Yeah, so y'all don't know how many audios I be doing, and I just never released the video. Like, there's a ton of stuff that I be doing, and I never released the video to it. It's I want to make money, but it's not always about the money. I want to make money, but it's not always about the money. What up, Talib? Appreciate you, Max Bonds. I'm pretty sure you was somebody that I kicked earlier and you just came back with another name. But, shout out to you. The Amber case is dangerous. I agree with you. I think I stayed away from it before. I dropped videos on that Amber Geiger case before. I dropped a video here and then. I just left it alone. Yeah, not all money is good money. That's a fact. I kicked you a week ago. Oh, that's why you came in and the first thing you was doing was like, don't kick people. I'm kicking mofos. You come in here with any of that BS? Bags. Damn, Talib, you wasn't here for a long time. You know what, Gordo? I literally said that what she did is an assassination in that video that y'all just heard some of the audio for. So we think the same. Anyway, we gonna call it a night. No, we might do some calls in the morning. I might do some call-ins in the morning. Might do some call-ins in the morning. 2.0s. Yeah, you gotta drop them 2.0s after you get kicked. You want to keep your same name, you better come back with the 2.0s. Now you ain't do nothing wrong, Talib. You talking about Bun Bunny. She a cutie. She talented too, not for nothing. She could sing. I think she got the chops to act. She's talented. And she a cutie. That's a fact. That's a whole fact. And I'm not saying that to be creepy. I don't think she's interested in me, so I'm also not saying that like I'm trying to go at her. I'm just stating shit I believe to be facts. Well, you could always go check his out and come back and watch mine's after the fact, or either which way, it don't matter. Yeah, she a cutie. I fucks with her, but she's not interested. Anyway, he's not saying that because he don't want to ever get kicked. I be trying not to kick people, but I get tired of I get tired of the people coming. They be crazy. Anyway, yeah, look, I love you. I want everybody to have a good night. We might do some call-ins in the morning. I prefer to do call-ins on IG, not for nothing, because I like to look at the person to make sure it isn't one of my ops. So that's gonna be the new thing. And we're gonna do call-ins. What you mean believe in myself? What makes you think I don't believe in myself, Angel? The fuck are you talking about? Hold on 1 second. What are you talking about, Angel? You think that a person that gets up here and talks on live the way that I do, as often as I do, don't have confidence in themselves? You think, hold on, stop. You think that a person who comes on fucking YouTube every day, twice a day, lacks confidence and talks the way that I talk and am the way that I am, lacks confidence? That has nothing to do about with the ladies either. What makes you think I didn't shoot my shot? That's the point I'm trying to say. What makes you think I didn't go out? Because I didn't. I didn't tell you about it. So everything I didn't tell you about didn't happen. No, I get it. I keep forgetting that every single thing that happens in my life, I gotta come back and tell Angel about it. Every single thing I do is shit. Yo, Angel, I wake up in the morning, right? I know I should have told you this before, but one of the first things I do is take a shit. So, I gotta make sure that the things that I do, I tell you about, because if I don't tell you about it, it didn't happen. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell people. I don't know what to tell you. Shit. If I don't tell them, it didn't happen. I'm about to get off of here, Angel, and I'm a little thirsty. I've been talking. I'm a little thirsty. Um, don't worry. Just give me your IG. I'll make sure that you are gonna be up to date on every single thing that I do. First of all, we don't call women hoes, so that ain't going through. Every single thing that I do, I'm gonna make sure that you up to date on it. All right, Angel? I'm gonna make sure. because I haven't been keeping you in the loop with my every single day activities. Did we kick this guy? Kick him straight out the door. There you go. GS9 tray. Hit with your bags. Oh, oh, yeah, six borough in the building. You mean six building in the borough? Wait, six borough. I was thinking about the six building. Think about that for a minute. Every time somebody don't know something about me, they criticize me for it, but then they don't like my response. What the fuck? Anyway, yeah, I know he's talking about Yonkers. I was talking about the six building on Rikers. Anyway, yeah, look, I love y'all. All of y'all. Almost all of y'all. Some of y'all. I love some of y'all. Okay. All right. Look, I gotta go. I really do love y'all though. I hope everybody enjoyed their night. Anybody still awake in your household, please give them a hug. Let them know you love them. Let them know you love them. Not all of us got anybody. You know what I'm saying? When I say anybody, I'm not talking about a significant other. I'm talking about some people don't have nobody. You understand what I'm saying? So if you got anybody that's still awake in your household, please hug them. Tell them you love them. We don't know how precious that is until that option isn't there no more. You understand what I'm saying? So to do that. Anyway, also remember when we wake up in the morning, first thing we do is drink water, helps clean out the kidneys. But also make sure everybody calls Angel because Angel needs to know what y'all doing. So let him know, if you take a shit first, you drink water first, whatever the case might be. Angel needs to know everything that you're doing because if he doesn't know, he's gonna assume you're just not doing it. So, with that being said, like, comment, subscribe, join the notification gang. Hashtag Bronx Bombs. Let's get it. I love y'all. Take care of each other. Hug the kids for me. I haven't forgotten about you. And that's all I got on this one. I'm out.